And we're live. Welcome to Simon no茶の間. And tonight we're in, well, I'm not, but we're in Okayama, in a room not too dissimilar to this one behind me here. And I'd like to welcome our guest this evening, all the way from out of his kitchen. It's One More Guyjin. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's just One More Guyjin, sharing and simplifying Japan for you, showcasing Okayama Prefecture.
At that point, I should really sort of put on my other background, but I'm saving that because I've not got that many backgrounds. But
You're probably better than mine.
welcome. Well, I mean, I don't really want to show what's behind this curtain. I mean, it's like middle-aged unmade bed. So, yes. So let me ask you to introduce yourself. Actually, for those in the audience, or for those watching after the event, who are not familiar, and you should be familiar with him once you've clicked all the appropriate links in the advert or in this show or in the description and go to his channel. But for now, I'll just ask him, who are you and why are you here and what do you do?
Who am I and why am I here? Well, my real name is Daniel. So you guys, if you want, call me Daniel. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio, in the U.S. And yeah, I went to Ohio University, and just by a fluke, I started studying Japanese. I actually wanted to study German, and the German classes were all full, so I chose Japanese instead, and here I am in Okayama.
So if just one person had not been in one of those German classes,
yeah,
we would be now speaking German at the same time, and not with 7 hours difference.
Yeah,
Japanese.
Yeah,
Japanese is almost the same, Robert. No, it's not. Really.
It's close enough, is it? I think they use words.
Arbeito. Yes.
Yeah. So that was it. Yeah, like you said, if one person hadn't have been in that class, I wouldn't have studied Japanese, and I wouldn't have became interested in everything Japan, and I wouldn't be here, probably.
And that lady sat next to you would have never have met you.
Yeah, I would have never had my beautiful girlfriend right here. So I'm pretty thankful for all the German classes being full.
All right, Risa, Food for Life, is just saying I'm looking a bit more tanned. That's just my webcam, the beige curtain I've got up hanging in front of the window, and the fact that it's quite warm in this room at the moment. Sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty warm here in Okayama as well.
Oh, I've got 24 degrees. What have you got?
It got up to 24 up here. I think 24, 25 in the evening. Not now, obviously. It's 9:30 in the evening now, but yeah,
it's nice, like strolling weather.
Evening it's nice
weather.
Yeah.
I mean, do you live somewhere where you could, or are you in just basically amongst houses, or can you go out of your door and within a short distance get into sort of the countryside, as it were?
I guess I'm in the suburbs. I live in Okayama City, but just on the outside. I'm a station away from the main city. And no, like there are some rice fields actually in the suburbs. Like Japan is really cool with that. Like they mix a lot of businesses and housing and stuff. Like America is all zoned out. But yeah, so there are a couple like rice fields there, but mostly houses and pavement. A couple nice parks and stuff actually right outside my house or my apartment.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I went. I mean, yesterday there's a nice park in my town that I think I posted a picture on Instagram of a beer and some ice cream that I had at a cafe. But I don't go to it very often. And yesterday I got so stir crazy from being inside that I drove for half an hour to the nearest city and had a wander around there. Which, for those of you who see my Instagram, you'll see the pictures. It's a rather nice city with like Gothic cathedrals and all that sort of business. So, oh, Mindy's mom. Hello, Mindy's mom. Mindy's mom. I often see at other live hangouts.
I believe I've seen her before as well.
Yeah, are you ubiquitous, Mindy's mom? This is what we want to know. So yeah, in Okayama, and now what I will do, I will go to. I've spent last night like looking for videos for my backdrop for Okayama, and I'll set them all going.
Oh wow! Okay.
Play and a play and a play. So we've got Kurashiki, and we've got Kurakuen, and we've got Okayama in general going on.
We got a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, we're sort of like, whoa. Then we've got the grapes and the peaches going on there, and we've got Korakuen, and we've got Kurashiki. Looks really nice. I mean,
Kurashiki is nice.
Is it all like that, or is that sort of? I mean, because there's some places you go in cities in Japan, and they'll have, you'll see the shots on the web of all these lovely old buildings. But then if you go like 100 yards to the left, it's all just regular modern stuff. But is Kurashiki is quite a lot of old stuff, or is it?
No, so Kurashiki is the second largest city in Okayama, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But inside Kurashiki City, there is the area which is called Bikanchiku, which is the Bikan historical quarters. And that's the place that most people are talking about when they go to Kurashiki. Kurashiki is a nice place, but it has the Bikanchiku is the historical area. It's got the canal, it's got the old houses and old warehousing. It used to be like a trading area, so there's a lot of old warehouses there, and they have a bunch of stalls and stores and things. It's a really nice place. It's one of my favorite places in Okayama because it's like basically like a mini Kyoto, I guess, with not nearly the amount of tourists or people. So.
Donnie Kimball says it's quite nice. I presume Kurashiki or Okayama. I want to go back, but you're scared. I'm curious now. Is it safe in Kurashiki? Let us know.
For Donnie, Okayama is a quite dangerous place because Donnie's actually he's a well-traveled guy. He's been to a lot of places in Japan. He's putting huge swaths of Japan on the digital map, I think is the saying or something. But Donnie he wanted to come to Okayama actually to visit me and to see Okayama. But then we had the big the western, I guess the western flooding. A lot of flooding happened.
That's right. Yeah.
And then when he finally did come, we got to meet, luckily. And the second day of his trip, he was here on Okayama, the prefecture's behalf, and he got into an accident. I don't want to put all of his stuff out there, but he
personal, yes. But an unusual occurrence, sort of, it's not common. I mean, I've been to Japan 4 times and had nothing happen at all in other than positive experiences. So I mean, don't worry. I mean, I would go back. I mean, if I had the money.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm just saying he just got back from Kyoto and it's nuts. It's ruined by the tourists.
Yeah.
There are places in Kyoto, if you get up early enough, you can go and even when there are tourists there, if you just step slightly away from the beaten track, it can be nice. But yes, if you go to Kiyomizudera, if you don't get there by about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then half of China is there before you. So.
Yeah. I mean, but Donnie, he's usually up at the crack of dawn, or he goes at night as well. He's a well-traveled guy.
No, it seems to be. No, I'm quite jealous that he was in Kyoto. I quite like Kyoto.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Like you said, you just have to know the times and the places to go.
So, how did you end up actually in Okayama? Because Kyoto is lovely. Tokyo is bustling, and Okayama is very nice from the pictures that we see here. But it's kind of like, out of it a bit, really, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah. So that's another coincidence, I guess. I didn't choose. I didn't really know about Okayama before I came to Japan, and I think that's true for a lot of people, unfortunately. But yeah, so I was looking for a job in Japan when I graduated, and I just happened to find this small Eikaiwa, or English conversation school, and they matched with me. Like we I think we had I wanted a small place. I didn't want like this big conversation school. I didn't want it to be a business, I guess. I wanted to make connections with the people.
So it's a small private school. It's not a company.
No, it's just one. It's just got one school in Okayama. So yeah, so I applied there, and yeah, they gave me the job, and then I came to Okayama. I was on the plane the day after I graduated. I graduated from university, and then I was on the plane the day after. So
wow.
Yeah, I didn't get to say goodbye to many people, but yeah, and then that was in northern Okayama, which is called Tsuyama, it's about an hour and a half north of where I live now. So I worked there for about 5 years, and obviously loved it. And then I moved to Okayama City, which is where I am currently. And yeah, obviously I love it. I've been here for 8 years. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. So you were close to Totori then, which is above.
Yeah. So I usually if we went to the beach, like during the summer, that's where we go to Totori. It's just a couple hours north. So.
So I mean, basically, I mean, it was a small Eikaiwa, but it was sufficient for your needs in terms of like finances and so on. They paid you enough, in other words.
Yeah. They offered the normal rate for a teacher, which is 250,000 yen a month, which roughly translates about in US dollars about $2,500.
$2,000. Yeah.
It's not much.
Well, it's more than I get in one.
Yeah.
This is why I was looking. When I was looking at Japan, I was thinking, oh well,
I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent pay. Like it's not bad, but there's kind of a ceiling. Like you never really get too much more than that as a teacher.
So I mean, this explains all your side jobs.
Yeah. Like trying to make other things work.
YouTubing and things.
Yeah. Not that's been more of a money hole than making money.
Yeah. I mean,
I enjoy it.
Can we expect a video with? I mean, because I was going through your list of videos, and it was like 3 months ago, and there was one last week. The beer thing. We'll get onto the beer thing shortly, but yeah, I mean, is it something where you because I mean, like Drew, he's like pushing out videos. I mean, almost all lives these days, but he's doing that regularly, and some of the guys in the chat here regularly make videos. Is it something you come home after work and think, oh God, I'm going to make a YouTube video, or do you come home, oh wow, gotta make a YouTube video.
It depends on the video. There have been some videos that I was just like, this is so bad. But I like taking them. I don't like editing that much. But the video is born in the edit. And so it's just something I have to get better at. But I come home around 7. I want to spend time with my girlfriend, and on the weekends we're traveling and stuff. So it is kind of hard. I don't want to I haven't set myself. I know YouTube says you have to set a schedule. You have to make videos every week. I don't want to do that because I don't want to make fake things. Like I want to be proud of the videos that I make, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
I mean, yeah. So it's. I understand that. I mean, the people that do it almost daily, and I think, how on earth do you do that?
I mean, you see Donnie saying the hustle's real. Try writing 10,000 word long blog. Yeah, and he's got a full-time job as that. Like he knows. Can I answer a question? So, Food for Life asked if I drive around or drive to get around where I live. I do have my license, and I do drive. I don't drive to work. I walk to work, which is so nice. But usually, if we're going to the supermarkets or anything like that, we do drive. Especially in the summer, it gets pretty hot and ice cream melts. So.
So I mean, speaking of cars, what generally, I mean, how much of your budget does that take up? I mean, because I mean, my car costs me, God, too much. So I mean, but it's essential. It's essential, but
yeah. So I've never been a car guy. I never, really was super interested in cars or anything. So luckily, my girlfriend's dad is one of the best fathers you can have, and he gifted us this car. So
nice.
it was old. It's an older car. It's got a lot of kilometers on it, but it runs. It gets what we want to do. And so basically, I just have to pay for gas and the shotgun, which is the inspection every 2 years, and that can be about $1,000 every 2 years. Yeah, so it's
that's not bad. That's
yeah.
It cost me about like two grand just to keep the damn thing on the road each year.
Yeah. So it's not too bad. And like I said, I rarely use it during the week. I don't drive at all during the week. It's just during the weekends. So the gas isn't that much either. Yeah.
I mean, so you don't really. I mean, you love Okayama. So do you use it to go out and explore? Is it quite easy to sort of go out and explore Okayama without the need for the car? Can you? I mean, is there a good network? Transport network?
To get to the main spots, you definitely do not need a car. If you want to go to Krashki, if you want to go to Koraku Inn, which some of the people saw in the videos that you're showing, if you want to get to those places like the castle and things, you can definitely get there by car, or sorry, by train, by walking, by the trams, and by the buses and things. If you want to get out, you kind of do have to have a car, which is, I think, one of Okayama's biggest problems right now. Trying to get more tourists and things is the infrastructure to deal with that. So, yeah. And yeah.
So I mean, when you went to the beer, this is my segue, by the way. When you went to the craft beer, did you use the car?
Yes. So that place is a really small place, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Like it's nice. It's a nice drive, but it is in the middle of nowhere. So I did have to drive my car there.
And I mean, were you able to drive back? Or did somebody drive you back? I mean, because I presume you did partake.
No, I did not. I did not drink there. So I was a driver. My other guy, which I call out in that video at the end, Q2 Japan, he did have a little bit of beer, but no, it was all work, no play, unfortunately. But I've had his beers. I know where to get his beers, and I really enjoyed just talking to him because he's. If the listeners do watch the video, which please do. He has this, his own brewery, and he does everything by himself. Everything. I mean, brewing.
So there's no assistants in it. No, like nobody else in the company. Just him.
No, just him, and it's amazing. I don't know how he does it. So, he's brewing. He's making the recipes. He's doing the marketing. He's doing sales, everything. So that's what I found most interesting about him. He's a really quiet guy, really humble guy. But I think hopefully, if he keeps getting better and better, hopefully he'll be making some pretty good beers.
I mean, does he have them distributed around, or do you have to? I mean, can you go into a bar, for example, in Okayama City and see his stuff, or is it something you really have to be in the know about and go and seek out?
Yeah, you kind of have to be in the know about right now. The big craft bar that I go to here, he will tell me if his beers are on tap, or he'll tell me whose beers are on tap before I go. And there is a couple of stores that sell it around here, but right now, not too much. He does go into the like we have a bunch of different beer festivals in Okayama and also in Hiroshima and up in Tottori and things. So he does go around there. You can have his beers there. But it's kind of hard to get your hands on his beers, unfortunately.
So, and does he produce a range, or is it one particular type?
He's got a few. He's got his big one is his pale ale, and it's a pretty good pale ale, very very hazy. He doesn't filter it at all. And then he's got a what is it? He calls it, I don't know what it would be called. He calls it a special kasu, which is he uses like rice from sake, I guess, for nihonshu. And that one's pretty good. And then he has a blonde ale. And then he has a couple of things that he doesn't do all year. He had an XPA or something like that. XPL.
Oh yeah, XPA. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it was. But he said to him, like, I asked him, I was like, what's this? He's like, that one's a mistake. Like, it got messed up. It didn't have any carbonation in it. And he's like, I'll give that to you. Yeah. Like, I don't sell those. Like, he had it bottled and everything. I was like, oh, that sucks. He's like, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. So there you are. Sort of the back end of the car was like weighed down with all these crates.
Yeah, all that. Yeah. You're trying to get rid of it. But yeah.
So I mean, what got you into beer? Stupid question. Student, university, yeah, beer.
Well, yeah. I mean, Ohio University is well known in America for its party reputation, but I didn't really do much then. I had like, if you're a college student, you're not drinking craft beer unless you're rich. Like, you're drinking like
cheap stuff from the bar.
Yeah, you're drinking stuff that tastes it doesn't taste like beer. But no, I didn't really get into craft beer until I got here into Japan. I started wanting some better tasting beers. I mean, not that Japanese beer is bad. The main beer, like all their lagers, are usually pretty good. They're much better than the American regular stuff. But I just kind of got into it here, and just really enjoyed it. Like, now when I go back to America, I know more about Japanese craft beer than I do about American craft beer. So I really have no idea what's going on in America most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I live in Belgium, so I mean, the idea of craft, the entire country is a craft beer producer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Japan produces a lot of Belgian beers, like the Weissens and stuff like that. They like their Belgian beers, I guess.
Englandese is saying, this is my friend from Yamaguchi. He has a student from there, and the student has many nice things to say about Okayama. Yeah. I did.
That's good.
I did look at Okayama when I was preparing for my last trip. I had sort of so many days free here and so many days there, and I thought, I was like, wait, and that's why I asked about the transport, because I was thinking, and I was looking at, I usually just take the golden route, the Tokaido main line, to go from Tokyo through to Yamaguchi. But I was looking at places to stop off, and what determined was how far away it was from the main line, and how much time it would take me to get there and get back. And unfortunately, Okayama fell out of the boat on that one. And I was going to Onomichi in Hiroshima Prefecture, which is
Onomichi is really nice. Onomichi is one of my favorite spots outside of Okayama. Yeah, but if you're going from Osaka to Hiroshima, you can stop in Okayama, for a day, and you can hit the main spots like the Korakuen, which is one of the 3 top imperial gardens in Japan. You can hit Okayama Castle, which is one of the coolest castles, I think, in Japan.
I like the black.
Black and gold. It's awesome. And then you can also hit Bikanchiku, which is in Kurashiki. You can hit those 3. It'd be pretty rushed, but you can hit them in a day. In Countryside Limbo are we talking about his love affair with the brew? Yes, we are. And thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you, Countryside Limbo. I mean, that's quite an apt. In limbo in the countryside. Yes. You often are, and I was in England. Then I came to Belgium, and was in limbo in Belgium. Where were we? Yes, right. Yeah. Onomichi, Hiroshima. I mean, I did think of. I was tempted by Nagasaki because of I like having lived in England in sort of hilly district, I quite like hill villages and hill towns and that kind of thing. And Nagasaki is like that. It's all mostly all houses on hillsides, and it was just a bit far. Kyushu, you know.
Nagasaki is far. I've actually never been to Kyushu. Actually, yeah, I'd like to.
I mean, I would go in the winter to Kyushu because it's like too hot.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
getting too warm. I don't envy you. I mean,
yeah, the Japanese summer is pretty warm. Actually, next month I'm going to Hokkaido with Alisa's
nice.
whole family. Yeah, so yeah, Hokkaido, and well, I guess it'll be in May, so it's not gonna be too hot, but Hokkaido's nice and cool, so I'm looking forward to that. I've never been to Hokkaido, so really looking forward to that. I want to eat some cheese. I heard Hokkaido cheese is pretty good.
Well, all those cows, yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Hello, Nastia Siberia. Nastia Siberia and I we watch walking videos by a chap called Rambalak. She's actually in Siberia. So we have a viewer from Siberia.
Jeez, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's also cold. Like
yeah,
it's in the same zone, kind of thing.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of places I haven't been to in Japan. I've hit the main spots like Tokyo and Osaka, Hiroshima, and a little bit in Shikoku. But up north like Hokkaido and Aomori and Iwate, all those places I've never been to. So
no, I've never been. I mean, I looked at Tottori and I looked at I've never been really sort of above a certain like meridian.
yeah.
And I'm curious to see what it looks like. Whether there's a. I mean, Okayama. I was like, well, Okayama dialect, and people say it's rough.
Yeah.
But I mean, is that sort of kind of, does that tie in with the people there? I mean, like like you have the difference between the people from Osaka and the people from Tokyo, and the people from Osaka think people from Tokyo are uptight and God knows what, and people from Tokyo think people from Osaka are like hillbillies. I don't know, but I mean, do you get that with Okayama? Is there a kind of general joke amongst Japanese about it's from somebody from Okayama,
Not necessarily about the people, like you said. The language is pretty rough, the dialect. But like I think most people from Okayama think that Tokyo people are pretty uptight, and they probably think that people from Osaka are pretty loud. Like Okayama might be in the middle. The people are very nice that I've always dealt with. But yeah, I don't think there's really any like stereotype about Okayama people. But like I said,
no. What you should do is next time you go into your class is like today, class, I want to hear your opinion on Tokyoites.
Yeah, I'll get the kids talking. Mindy's mom. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, in America. That's where I was originally from.
I think. Has anybody else here remember Robert? Do you remember Mully's from Cincinnati, isn't he? Warmoth Strat. Do you follow any J vloggers, Daniel?
Yeah. I follow a few, like Tokyo Drew, Japan, or Dan in Japan Dan. I forget his actual. I'm sorry. I follow him, and I used to follow like Rachel and June, which were the big ones, and Abroad in Japan, which is another big one. Yeah, but
I hear a but coming.
Well, the but is once you start YouTube, like you don't have much time to be watching YouTube. Like if you are, you're usually watching other YouTube channels on how to be better at YouTube. Or at least I am. I don't know. Like I watch other videos, see how to rank better and things.
I'll tell you what I did like. I mean, I used to watch Rachel and June when it was My Husband is Japanese. Rachel mostly. and then they started doing stuff together, and they started doing. I mean, I kind of like watched it a little bit when they were giving their sort of, this is what happens in Japan, this is what you do, blah 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 blah. But then they went on to do sort of more interesting things. They went to do they did a thing about a taiko drum maker, and they did why I'm going on about this is because they did a thing on kurashiki. I don't know if you've seen that one. Yeah, and it got picked up by Japanese television. I mean, it was a really good video on kurashiki. That's what, but I don't really watch it anymore either.
Yeah, they've kind of gone in a different direction. I mean, that's which is fine. Nothing bad or good about it. It's just like I said, now that I do YouTube, I don't have time to watch a lot of other YouTubers. Unfortunately, I try to, because I think it's important to support your other fellow YouTubers, big or small.
But, look, your focus went there. Your girlfriend walked past and your focus went.
She walked
I'm
past,
sorry. Yeah. Hello, Ace in Asia. Yo.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Let's see. I didn't notice him come in. I think my chat's a little slow or something here. Oh, no. There he is. Yo.
So where were we? Yes. I mean, the thing with the YouTube community at the moment is kind of disparate, I would say, and which makes it quite tricky to find guests. I have to say, in the early days you could just sort of like go through a list, but now you have to sort of search a little bit more.
Yeah,
I mean, have you? I mean, you've done a collab with C2.
Q2.
We'll have to sort of Q2. Yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I should have to look that up. Rachel and June are sexy as hell. Yeah. This is another thing, you have to be when you're on YouTube. You have to be sexy.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah.
Or a cat.
Or have something cool like that's and that's my channel is fairly new. It's only been going on for a little bit over a year now, and trying to find your voice and your thing and be genuine. I think that's the most important thing, and it's really hard to be genuine on camera. Like,
well, yes,
I'm
but
not
you have to edit. You can in editing you can make yourself.
Yeah, we can try.
This is for Risa. Yes, this is what I'm drinking today, Risa. Today I'm drinking entrecote.
And I'm drinking a Japanese beer. It's from Senkalan.
This is the one. Is this the one from the brewery, or is
no? It is not. One? Unfortunately, I didn't get to buy them. They were out. But this is a pretty big Japanese brewery, Senkalan. But it's not big. It's a big craft place. They have really good beer, and this is a sweet orange ale. It's not very sweet, but I don't really.
Does it have actually oranges? It's been. I mean, in Belgium we have like raspberry and all kinds of fruit.
Yeah.
And cherry beer. So it's an orange. Oh.
Yeah. I think it does have the orange juice in it. And I think the rind mostly is probably in this. It's not very sweet. It's pretty bitter, like you would get from the orange peel or orange rind.
Oh, just Nastya from Siberia has to go. See you, Nastya.
See you. Thank you for coming.
Englandese says I'm drinking strong. Yes, strong zero.
Strong zero.
Obviously, the sort of the missus is taking care of the little one, and you're free to drink strong. Well, I can't even say it now. Strong zero. I like strong zero.
Yeah, they're good. They get you where you want to be fast.
It does.
I found those out, and when I studied abroad on my second year in university. I studied in Nagoya, and I found those out. I found out that you could, I was 19, so they didn't have any alcohol in them, of course, because you're not allowed to drink when you're 19. Of course, there's no alcohol. But I found out that you could drink in the parks. Public drinking is okay. So a bunch of us would always get a bunch of strong zeros and drink in the park. Those good times.
Oh yes. But I've sat down by the Kamo River with another YouTube friend in Kyoto, and strong zero was consumed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like that's kind of what I do on my channel. I talk about things that I like, and countryside limbo. She's saying she doesn't drink, but she does like that I talk about beer. Yeah, so I talk about things that
But
I like.
it's more than just beer. I mean,
It
for
is.
those, please do go to his channel, and I mean, if you're interested in the life of a Japanese teacher, that is covered as well. But there's also sections on there that the 2 minute
Two,
things
the
about
3 videos
Japan.
that
Yeah.
I did.
I'd like to see more of those actually. But
I want to do more of those, but I don't know what to do about. I've been thinking about doing them, just to have that kind of weekly content if I could. But I have to I have to get some ideas down. They're hard to do. Like some interesting cultural aspects. I try to do like I say interesting, like interesting things that people don't know. There's huge amounts of information on Japan on YouTube. Like it's saturated. So trying to do things that I haven't seen before is difficult.
I mean, the uchi and the soto and the hone and the tatamai. And the uchi and the soto is not often talked about. The hone and the tatamai is.
Yeah.
But and there's another one that you might consider. I mean, I don't know what it's called. In English, we'd call it reading the air. But in Japanese, it's something to do with a gut feeling. So interpreting another person without words,
yeah.
and being expected to know what's going on.
Yeah, I used to know what that was. I know exactly what you're talking about, and that is one I want to do. Yeah, like if someone has just finished a drink, the person should be like right there, like they know, and sometimes they'll say it like, oh, you can read the I forget what it is in Japanese, and I'm so angry about that. But yeah, I know exactly.
But I mean, Ace in Asia is asking, what's your favorite place? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, there's Arisa. This is my girlfriend.
Nice to
meet you. Arisa is on Twitch, everybody. If you can promote your Twitch channel, Arisa.
Yeah, you want to say your Twitch channel?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So tell them what your
rival platforms. We don't.
Can you type Arisa Hime?
Oh yeah, I'll type it in chat.
Just Arisa Hime.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Like that. So everyone, that is her Twitch channel. She does Guild Wars. She usually doesn't show her face. She just doesn't really like to. Really.
On Twitch, no. Yeah. In your videos, features quite prominently. I liked the video where you shaved your beard off, and her reaction to that. That's quite good.
Oh. Yeah, just surprised.
Oh, there's something. There's something.
Like this.
Yeah.
Arisa says hi. Arisa says, no, food for life. Risa says hi, Arisa. There we go. Risa to Arisa. Hi. Hey, May, have we got somebody from Finland now? May the mediator. That's a long time ago.
Finland. That's a long way away.
It's a caterpillar on the upper lip. Yes.
Yeah. So I left that for her, and she. I just left it for that video, but there was a couple of questions. Food for Life asked if my family's visited Japan yet, and unfortunately, no. We're trying to get that. I'm trying to get my nieces or my nephews to visit. My parents. My dad has a back problem, and he probably wouldn't be able to do the airplane ride. And my mom is terrified of airplanes, so probably not going to get them over here. But just over the when was it? The Christmas vacation or winter vacation, Arisa went to America for the first time and visited my family and things. So we have
nice.
that kind of
So I mean, yes, I mean. This is one of the things I was wondering about if I ever did move to Japan. I mean, obviously my sons are here, and I'd want to come back, obviously, to see them
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it was just sort of like I'd be spending it almost the entire year not doing anything, trying to save money to come back. So I thought, what's the point?
It is hard. Yeah. So, and thank you, Mindy's mom. You already subbed. Well, that's good to hear. I think I've like I said, I've seen you before. Yeah, but thank you for clicking the bell. That definitely does help. It's YouTube is so weird with that stuff. It's kind of annoying, especially with small channels where every view counts.
Englandese, my friend in Yamaguchi, saying it was quite hot there today. How about Okayama? We said that before. It was about 24 maximum today.
About 24, 25, and I got my windows closed right now because I don't want any background noise. We might be able to open it now, but I'm pretty hot. Yeah, I said I'll get the graders. I'll see you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in here. Actually.
It is here. I can't open the window.
Noise, if you guys get any noise, just let me know and we can turn it off. Yeah, it's pretty hot today. I mean, this winter in Okayama was nothing. Like it barely went below freezing. I think it went below freezing maybe 3 times. It was just nothing. So I do not look forward to the summer coming. It's gonna be so hot. I can already tell.
Yeah, 40 degrees and
100% humidity.
Yeah. Oh no, I've never been to Japan outside of spring and autumn, and so
it's good.
Yeah.
So for the viewers, if you guys don't know about Japan has such high humidity, and like you go outside and you have to swim to work because it's just there's so much moisture in the air. Yeah, everyone knows in Japan. If you do not look forward to the rainy season.
England is saying in Yamaguchi it never went below freezing once.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be a hot summer. Yeah. In America, or at least the east side, it's been still pretty cold. It's just weird. Oh yeah, so Mindy's mom, that is Arisa. She draws those 3 point here. Those 3 right there is what Arisa has done. Those are mandalas, these 2, and this is a really good one I like. And this is a picture I took of Tsuyama, which was the first place that I lived in Okayama.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Colors match the tree. Picture.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, mandalas. Yeah. I used to do yoga. This is an old yoga outfit.
I like it. I like this. Are those wood buttons?
They're wooden buttons. Yeah. I think.
Pretty cool.
Some kind of It's from from India. My former Chinese girlfriend bought it for me from France. From
What?
Yes. But it's one I've got a yoga mat. Hang on. There we are. Old yoga mat. That's sad and never gets used anymore.
I've never done
yoga. Simon did yoga. Simon did yoga. Yes, I used to be flexible. I'm less flexible now.
I've never been flexible. I was in elementary school, and they do our physicals, and you need to stretch out your hamstrings, in elementary school.
Yeah.
Molly, she does not sell her art she did sometimes. I don't know. Arisa, do you sell? Are you selling your art now?
No, really, but
no.
Yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes, if you really want to buy something or have her make something, you can get in contact with me, and I'll talk to her. But she usually does. She doesn't have anything open. She's kind of, I don't know. She likes to do things her way. She wants to. She wants to do it
at your own pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commissions are stressy.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Anybody who wishes to see me doing yoga, if you just scroll through my channel, you can find the episode of this show with Tomoko Des, and you will see me doing yoga, and you will not want to see it again.
It sounds like an interesting video.
So what have you got planned now? I mean, the last video was the yeah, I'm put under pressure now. Yeah, the last video was the craft beer thing. Do you have anything else up your sleeve? Can we expect?
Yeah, I got a video in the works right now. Took it back probably a couple weeks ago. So I have a new camera. I have a Canon 80D, and I've been loving it.
Oh, we know.
So
We know. Everybody who's seen the advert knows you have a new camera.
Yeah, I just love it. It's so awesome. I used to film on my iPhone like that. Like I used to film on my iPhone 10, and that got me what I wanted to do. But I wanted to do so much more. You know, watching Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon and all these big time YouTubers. Like I wanted to do that kind of stuff. So I finally bit the bullet, bought one. So yeah, so this is one of the bigger vlogs. It's a vlog of Arisa and I going to this beautiful place. I forget the name. What's the name of that place? No Maru.
Yep.
What's the name of the temple?
That was a soldier.
Soldier, no. Just look forward to it. No, but there's this. It's a beautiful big pagoda, and it was when the sakura weren't quite in full bloom. I think some of them were, some of the trees were, but all of them weren't blooming. But I think I have some pretty good shots, and I had a lot of fun filming with it. It was just us going there and then buying some flowers. So, so I'm still editing a lot of footage.
So Food for Life is asking what you'll be doing during Golden Week. Do you have any plans? And that probably editing.
Yeah, definitely be editing. Yeah, I want to get that video out this week. And then during Golden Week, Aisa and I are going to go to Hyogo Prefecture, which, for those of you who do not know, Hyogo Prefecture is the home to Himeji Castle. And I've never been to Himeji Castle. And I
haven't either. I saw it from the Shinkansen. And that was about it.
It looks awesome. So the really good thing about Himeji Castle is it's one of the original castles in Japan. Like it wasn't torn down or wasn't destroyed during the bombings and things in World War II. So and it's huge, like it's really big, and they just remodeled it or fixed it up. So we're gonna try to go there during Golden Week. But if you've ever traveled during Golden Week in Japan, it's
take the car. Fun. It's a yoga prefecture. It's just next door. I mean,
yeah, it is. We will be taking the train. Car, I don't think I would be able to get a parking spot, honestly. So that's the big one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
is parking. So we'll be taking the trains, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I'll try to film it. I think I do want to film it because I do want to get Himeji on camera for me. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have done for Golden Week. We're kind of saving up for Hokkaido, so.
Now, that'll be quite a. I mean, there's a different Shinkansen for that. There's a different color. It's green, I think it is. If I seem to remember, watching Japan Railway Journal. I seem to remember.
Yeah,
a green Shinkansen.
Yeah, but so that's pretty much it. But yeah, and as for videos, like I think we were talking about it before. Was doing some more 2-minute Tuesdays. I'd like to do some more of those. Just trying to answer questions that I had when I was going to Japan.
I mean, what would be good? I mean, you do those basically. You did those previous ones basically sat where you are now, more or less.
Yeah. Very little editing.
But now you've got this fancy camera, and now you can go out, and now you can edit and stuff. It would be good to liven those up a bit,
Yeah.
Because the one you did with the way you did the one with 5 Things I Wish I'd Known, that was kind of like put together in a more sort of like visual way. Just kind of that would be good, and maybe some kind of like scenario, act out some scenario for the So that gut feeling thing.
Yeah, like I think it's for some of those it's really hard to explain, and that was what I was having some difficulties with in those videos. So yeah, I did want to kind of put people in scenarios or put myself in a scenario. I don't know, have costumes or something. But just keeping it simple is what I really want to do. So because I think Japan and Japanese culture gets put through this kind of lens that everything is so overly complicated and overly thought about, and you have to be always polite and bowing at 90 degrees and things. And it's not that. Like it's not. There are certain times, and it definitely has differences, at least compared to America and Western culture. But at the end of the day, there's so much more in common than there is different. It's kind of what I like to share.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases, it's the differences are played up by Japanese themselves. I find, in the sense of we're special kind of thing. But
yeah, that does tend to happen. My favorite is taking shoes off before you enter the house. Like, I mean, we do that in America as well. It's not as strict, but I didn't run around with my shoes in the house.
Yeah, well, nobody in my house at the moment. I'm wearing a lovely pair of slippers.
Yeah, right. So it's just not as strict.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ask my guests. Not that I ever have any, but nobody coming to my house is obliged to take their shoes off. But it would be nice.
Yeah, it just feels better.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand, if you've got tatami floors, but most people just have one room with tatami in it these days. So in Japan, so But then again, I mean, in it would be good if they did that in England, because in England they just have carpets. And if you've ever seen documentaries about what lives in English carpets.
Never seen that one, but I mean, I can only imagine. I've been to some pretty, dirty houses in America with carpet. Yeah, that carpet. It's like this carpet was originally white. Really? Why'd you choose white carpet first of all?
And shag pile carpets. Yes.
Yeah, those used to be a big thing.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have to have another wine. Excuse me.
All right.
Have you finished your beer already?
I have. I usually drink my beers pretty quickly. By countryside limbo.
Limbo's guy. I got to pretend I like and enjoy and pay attention during work.
That sounds like me.
Honai and Tatamai. There we go.
Yeah. So it's a big one. Yeah, so honne and tatemai, like, for the viewers, honne is like your true feelings, and tatemai is the facade that you put on for people, that you don't. Basically, it's white lies is what it is. Like, we don't have a cultural aspect, at least in Western culture, about it, but we do it. Like, for example, the one I said in my video is like, if your girlfriend asks, like, oh, does this dress make me look fat? You're like, no, you look beautiful. Like, it's the same thing. Or if your boss or if your boss asks, like, how's this report to you? Like, oh, it's great, man. Good job. That's why you're the boss. Like, it's that kind of stuff. Yeah. And
then you go. Mindy's mom. Yes, I have been. I don't know about Daniel, but I have been to Shizuoka. I've been to Shizuoka City Station, Shizuoka, and I've been to basically the city. And I was collected there by Mully from Warmoth Strap Channel, and we went to where he lives. And I've been to the longest wooden footbridge in Japan, which is in Shizuoka, and it's quite nice. Yes, I've not been to the shore, the coast of the coastal bit, but I mean, actually, Shizuoka is all. I mean, it has nice. If you ever watched Softy Papa's videos, Kurt Bell's videos from back in the day when he lived in Shizuoka, he was always going off into the into the mountains in Shizuoka, and it's lovely there with like old tea plantations and whatnot. Yes, very nice. I would recommend Shizuoka.
Yeah,
That's my advert for Shizuoka.
I've never been to Shizuoka. I'd really like to. I used to, like I said, my second year of university, I studied abroad in Aichi, which I think Shizuoka is next to Aichi Prefecture. Yeah, I've never been there. I'd like to, but it's a bit far. It's a bit far from Okayama. But yeah, I'd really like to go to every prefecture. But yeah, I've heard nice things about Shizuoka. Yeah, and yeah, the fishermen, bringing in the fresh catches, like that's kind of like the I don't know, like yeah, I could definitely see that kind of that view. It'd be nice.
I am doing quite well, Jackie. Yes, I mean I shall stop shortly with this. I have to save some. Tomorrow I may be going. I did think about going to Luxembourg tomorrow, as you do, because it's like, but it's nearly a 2.5 hour drive. But it's a bank holiday, so so if you see Instagram pictures and a possible YouTube video in the future from Luxembourg, I did it. I went. If you didn't, I didn't. Your father's family is from Shizuoka. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. Hence the interest in Japan. Okay.
It makes sense. Yeah, I want to. It's just. Do you get to see your father's family, or is kind of is what I'd like to know. Looks like you've been cut off.
More wine. I'm cut off. It's self-discipline, Jackie.
You've only got half the bottle down.
Where were we? That's what I wanted to ask. Because I mean, apart from being blocked out of German classes, and you deciding, oh well, I might as well do Japanese. I mean, was there anything that made you choose that in particular, or was it I'm here now, I've come all this way, I better choose something, or was there any other motivation?
At the time, so when I did choose Japanese instead of German, I had watched anime, like Naruto and Bleach, and of course Dragon Ball Z, and those like Sailor Moon. So I had a little bit of interest. I never thought like, oh, I really want to learn about Japan. I also played a lot of Japanese games like Metal Gear Solid and things. And yeah, I never.
Sorry, I'm playing MGS5 at the moment, so I mean,
I haven't played that one yet. But great series, and yeah, I had that interest, and that was probably what I wanted. I wanted to do something different, I guess. Like I had studied Spanish.
That was the tipping point between on the day itself, kind of thing.
Yeah, like there wasn't much thought.
I mean, yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
hello?
Sorry.
Somebody's vacuuming or something.
It was a scooter or something. I heard it too through my headphones. It sounded like it came to the window. Sorry about that, guys.
I'm trying to think. What motivated you to choose German, and like trying to think that there's not a lot of German anime.
Sorry, you're going about German.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, no. I mean, just I was just being silly, but you were going to choose German, but
yes, yeah. So in high school, I had a really close German friend, and that kind of introduced me to like soccer and like a lot. My hometown is really small. Like we didn't have. It was mostly black and white. There were no Asians. No other races or ethnicities, and so it was really, really small. Didn't know much about the outside world, and then so luckily we got a bunch of exchange students. I think from Germany, from Finland, I think. Oh, no, it was Sweden. Sorry, it wasn't Finland. And then after I graduated, there was a Japanese student who came as well. So that kind of opened my world up to, outside of this tiny little town that I lived in, and all over the place. So that's kind of why I just wanted to study German. I just thought it would be cool. I'd studied Spanish in high school and didn't dislike it, but
was not inspired to start Spanish vlogs and
yeah. I can't see myself doing Spanish vlogs at all. Luckily, like my personality, I think it does lean more towards the Japanese side, a little bit more reserved. I can be excitable, but not much. I guess I don't know. I could be exciting. I guess.
Yes,
I'm exciting.
Yeah, don't put yourself down. You're on YouTube. You've got to be,
Yeah.
Genki.
I go through.
You're an English as an Kaiwa. I mean, if you were reserved, you wouldn't get very far doing that. No. Hello, children. Today we're going to learn about.
They're always sleeping. Yeah, so I don't know, but I tend to be a little bit more, I guess, humble and reserved most of the times.
Apart from when you get fleeced at karaoke, which is the video I just watched before. No, you mean I have to pay for the drinks on top of going in?
Yeah, that one. Oh man, I was so angry. That was annoying because, well, we got to tell the listeners. So, my video was 5 things I wish I had known before I came to Japan. Now, I had studied Japanese for 4 years before I came, and I had studied abroad. But of course, there were things I did not know about Japan. And I had gone through university thinking that, in Japan, you have to be really polite. You don't want to, be abrasive at all. You don't want to say your opinions. And that's totally not true. If something bad is happening to you, or something annoying is happening to you, or something you don't agree with, you can definitely say your opinion. And Japanese people do it as well. So the story was, I was going to karaoke, and they set the price. I was like, okay. And then there's like, and plus you have to have these drinks. I'm like, oh, we don't want drinks. We're fine. We're just going to be singing for an hour. We don't need any drinks. I'm like, no, you have to have drinks. I was like, okay, so are they included in the price? It's like, no, it's this price. Like, so it's not this price, the first price. It's this price plus these drinks that we have to get. So why don't you just tell us that price first? And then he was like, oh, so do you wanna not do it? I'm like, no, I want to do karaoke. So we did karaoke, and then we didn't buy the drinks. And then the guy said, oh, you didn't buy your drinks. You had to buy your drinks. I was like, so do you want us to drink them in the front room? And he was like, okay, well, for this time, you don't have to buy your drinks. I was like, it was a very annoying situation. But you have to say your opinion. The other day,
I mean, luckily you could speak Java. You could have pretended you didn't understand. I mean, presumably you negotiated all this in Japanese.
Yeah, it was.
That's where you fell down. You didn't use the Gaijin smash.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Google Translate.
Okay, karaoke. All right, let's go. No, yeah, I used to do that, but I don't like doing that anymore. Because it's good practice.
Because you're known, and it'll get reported.
Hey.
Sensei.
But kind of leaping off of that, like yesterday, Arisa and I went to the station, and an old lady, like we're in line to get on the train. It was a pretty packed train, and an old lady tried to cut in front of my girlfriend. And my girlfriend was like, "No, like get in line like everybody else. Like you're not special. Like line up." And so Japanese people do it as well, and they can try to cut in line. So.
I've fortunately not experienced that. I mean, it's all.
It's not common. I mean, it doesn't happen as much as it would, I think, in America, but it does happen, and you have to speak up.
So what have you got? I mean, are you back to? I've got a day off tomorrow. Have you back to work tomorrow?
Back to work tomorrow, yeah. So I teach at a international preschool, and so we have works Monday to Friday, Got the kids in the morning, and then I kind of do an eikaiwa after the same place, but the older kids from elementary school come. But yeah, so
I mean, how long is your working day then?
From 9 until right now, I do about an hour of overtime. So from 9 to 7.
Oh, wow, it's quite long.
Yeah, it's long. I still get off earlier in eikaiwa, but then again, I was starting work at 12, but I would get home at around 9:30, and that's not fun. I don't like eikaiwa.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, and with compared to ALT, Eikai, you've got to put in. Have you got to put in more preparation, self preparation?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've never done ALT, so I don't want to. This isn't the be all end all, but I've heard that there's a little bit more preparation for Eikaiwa, and I know there's a lot more preparation, at least in the international preschool. Like, if you are working at, like, I'm the kind of the head teacher, the home teacher for the kids, 5 to 6, and I'm getting them ready to go into elementary school. Like, I do that all by myself. Like, so lesson plans, all the materials, all the things they have to do, that's all me. While in ALT, usually they don't have to do any of that. And then Eikaiwa, it's kind of in the middle, I guess. Like, you have like a textbook that you have to do, but how you teach it and how you go through it can be up to you sometimes, depending on the companies and things. But I mean, it depends on the ALT job as well. I think some places demand more, and some places don't.
So I mean, it's an international. There are other than Japanese children there, or is it all Japanese children?
At the moment, there's a couple Chinese students that we have learning English. All the classes are done in English, but we used to have a few. I think Americans. We used to have a few, but right now it's mostly Japanese. Okayama doesn't have a huge population of foreigners. They are here, but unfortunately, the preschool is kind of expensive, so most foreigners working here are usually teaching English, and they can't really afford that. So,
yeah.
So they can't afford it.
That leads me on to it. Do you encounter other expats there? I mean, is there a sort of like is there a network, or is it just sort of random, or do you have any particular sort of like people you've met and have like connected with?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of foreigners. Actually, yesterday we went to a live that my coworker he sang and played at, and yeah, there's a bunch of like expats that are the older expats. That's kind of where I'm going towards, like the older expats, because they're going to be there.
Getting old. You're getting old.
Well, it's not even the age. It's just like they're going to stay if they've been there for a long time. Like it gets kind of old and kind of emotionally draining. Like, if you meet some people who come here for a year or two and then they leave, you make this connection with them and then they leave. Like, you still got the connection, obviously. You wouldn't talk to them, overseas, but it kind of sucks. Like, everyone leaves a lot of the time. So, but there is that kind of foreign connection, I guess. When I first came, that was really important to me my first couple of years in Siyama. But now, not so much. I have Arisa and I have her family, and I have a few close friends that I do hang out with. So that's it's similar to normal life anywhere else. So, you have your family pretty much, and then a couple close friends. Yeah, I mean, I can't stay out past 10 o'clock anymore anyway. So, like you.
Tell me about it. I mean, I stay up beyond 10 o'clock. I mean,
yeah, but you can't be out.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it's getting on for towards the end of the show. I don't know about you, but I need to get out of this room because I'm melting.
Yeah, me too. I need to open up some more windows. Yeah, it's been pretty warm.
Very much for joining me. If there's anybody in the audience who has any last questions for Daniel, please ask now. We shall wait the 30 seconds or the 15 seconds, whatever it is. But I should again like to thank you for joining us.
No, yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Next week is a complete mystery. I'm still in negotiations with the all Japanese women saxophone quartet. But that's in May. And Tabby Eats, I'm still negotiating, and that also could be sometime in May. So next week, I don't know. I may do another of my wandering about randomly in a nice town kind of live streams. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for joining. Time flies. It does. Food for Life.
It does. Yeah, that was really fun. And
Very
thank you.
Yeah.
Like I said, so much for having me. It was a good time. I liked answering everyone's questions and talking with you.
And we should. I mean, he now knows how it works. So there may be live streams from One More Guyjin. Who never know?
I would love to do them. Yeah, I think those are it's kind of how YouTube is going. Like live streams are really popular with people. So like to do them.
Well, thank you for lurking, May the Mediator. You're welcome to lurk.
Okay. Those are the best. Right? You get your
time. Okay, see you guys. See you next week.
Goodbye.